Okay, hello. I just woke up, but I'm about to hit level 30 for the Commando perk right now. So I've been tweaking some things here and there with my build for Hell on Earth. Working around a few things on in terms of like builds, but I guess I can talk about what my build is. Obviously, I found out a lot of important information about the operation budget. So the operational budget doesn't carry over, like whatever excess you have doesn't carry over to in-game. So it is always important to use that operational budget to your advantage, since one, if you do have upgraded weapons, you can sell them for a higher price compared to just the standard primary that you start off with. I also believe the discount for the Commando does not apply to the operational budgets. There was one comment back during the beta where someone mentioned that you could spawn with armor and they make it super easy because you start with the primary and this and that. But in actuality, that's always been a thing since the first killing floor. If you reach max level, or at least level 5 of the perk, you start off with the tier 1 primary weapon. Sorry, I'm like trying to focus at the same time. With level 6, you spawn with a tier 2 weapon, which was the AK-47 for the Commando, right? So in here they give you the option to start off with. It's up to the player on what they want to use in terms of what weapon, if they want to have a certain gadget. So for me, I start off with tier 3 armor because it's one, I don't have to spend almost 1,000, I think like 1,250 total to upgrade it to this. So I'm using that fund. And so when you can sell the primary weapon, obviously the same as what other people have been. I know that in the beta, sharpshooter's railgun. So the reason why I'm using the grenade launcher, the G33 with bio damage, is the fact that during the beta, the closed beta, not the stress test, I primarily found out that bio damage is pretty handy in terms of getting your refill on your. It's really weird. It's really weird to describe what happens because I don't fully understand what is happening at the moment with the bio damage and how it interacts with the cooldown rate. First off, like I mentioned, the first few skills I got increased ammo capacity, and then you also get discount on ammo as well. I also ended up getting the discount, which maxed out is 30%. It's handy because if you add a lot of stuff onto your weapon, it will increase the budget or increase the cost for the primary or whatever weapon you're trying to buy. And so for me, I'm not running too many mods on this since I do want to make it kind of cost efficient in terms of buying it and having like extra dodge left over. The important part that I don't know if it applies to the grenade launcher itself, but there is a grenade skill that for the Commando that allows any grenade to detonate at any time on impact. So I'm using that skill as well. With originally I used the cluster grenade passive or grenade mod where when it blows up it drops like children grenade. I realized that's not as impactful, seem as necessary to have, since the cluster grenades don't really do that much damage. On top of that, the children grenades damage you, which I don't know if that's an insight or they overlooked it, but the children grenades do some damage to you. So if you're trapped in a corner or something, or you get caught out, and you throw a grenade, and you do have the grenade skill that allows you to be 100% immune to your grenade skill, is handy to have. to say the least. But the only downside with the acid grenade mod is that, one, it reduces your damage by 50%, but you do have a dot damage for acid. Acid is pretty handy to have since it's effective against, I believe, it's effective against Z-Tech and any mechanical. I just bought a second gun, which, like I was just saying, it's not very cost effective to buy a second gun until later on. But the primary reason for me to get the secondary gun is to allow me to switch weapons much faster compared to switching to the pistol, and having a decent backup for the trash is much easier said than done, since obviously the pistol isn't going to do much. But the other reason is because I do have the weapon swap reload, where when you swap weapons and it's also for 2.5 seconds, it automatically reloads for you. Commando doesn't have any reload skills, and I believe all the reload skills fall under the class the mods for the guns themselves instead, because sometimes the reload while running is a bit finicky itself as well. So I rather have something on hand, and rather than just, you know, hope that the sprinting and reload doesn't affect me as much. The other important thing is that, from my discovery, I'm trying. It's a lot for Hell on Earth. It's a lot of, rather than holding out in one spot, it's more like KF2 Hell on Earth and KF1 Hell on Earth, where you're primarily training majority of the time. And, it's just how it's always been, and it just feels a bit more like KF2 since running, you know. Now, when it comes to the weapons themselves, like I said, I am running biological damage. Your drone uses acid rounds. In itself, is pretty good by itself, but biological damage causes enfeeble, which slows them down as well. So it's effective because obviously, Hell on Earth, they're pretty much as fast as you. I don't know if he's dead or not, but it's always kind of important to have be a bit faster. But oh, I didn't see the siren. I use bio damage since it slows, enfeebles, and they pretty much they become a bit slower, so it's a bit more like CC. But it also does a lingering gas as well, similar to acid. But when it comes to it in general, I feel like acid is less potent compared to bio damage, but it's hard to see. You can't really tell if the cloud is up or not, but I guess that's just me playing on the different settings. So now, the grenade launcher itself, don't be afraid to level up your mods on your weapon, because it doesn't increase your cost for the weapon itself. It actually stays the same even if you upgrade it. So it's pretty much, it takes away some of the downsides as you upgrade it, and on top of that, having it at tier 3 also unlocks the passive skill for you. So like whenever you craft a weapon, it will always have, how would you say it? It will always have a random passive when you craft it. So that's not too bad. The other thing is that I run the multi-tool. The multi-tool just allows you to get free armor, because obviously you can't find random armor anywhere anyways. Like, it's not the same as KF1 and 2 in terms of finding random ammo boxes. The thing is, with Hell on Earth, normal KF stuff, like, you wait for everything to spawn and you try to take it all out all at once, basically. Make use of all the ammo you have and all that. The other important skill, I don't know, I might switch it out, but guns blaze. I think it's called blazing something, blazing barrel. So you might see it whenever I'm using like the primary the Commando weapon. But basically, once you reach 10 stacks, you get increased damage for a short bit, but you have to keep firing. So the one thing, whoa, that's the other thing. Oh, I'm alive. Whoa, okay. That's the other thing about Hell on Earth with this game, is that if you don't look where you're going, they will spawn behind you. That was, okay, that was kind of scary. Armor crates is that they will be there. They will not despawn when you open them. So, it is pretty handy. So, try to figure out where they are all at, because that will save you. But most times, when it comes to the Zeds, it's primarily for me, my main issues don't come straight from Scrakes or Flesh Pounds. It's actually just from the Sirens. Now, they changed the Sirens to be a lot different than they are compared to their counterparts in the previous game. I found out that, one, they do have some sort of force field around them when they do the AoE scream instead of you being able to run through it. I guess that made the lethality a bit not that great in comparison to KF1 and 2, because you can just walk through their siren scream and not worry about it as much. In terms of them, the primary reason is because that bubble, like, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I couldn't move anywhere. Because, one, I was on top of a Zed, but it made it difficult for me to even move, because I believe I've only been outside of it. I haven't been inside of the bubble at all. But for it to do that much, not really that much damage, it's just I need to not do this. I'm just trying to get as much damage output in that doorway as possible. In terms of just Sirens themselves has been more of a problem than Flesh Pounds and Scrakes for me, since bio damage and I believe acid also hits their weak spots as well. On top of the enfeebling effects from bio damage, also makes it more effective with when you pair it up with the Commando gadget. Bio damage and acid do work together, so it stacks. So having two different status on them is pretty much as effective as it can be. Primarily, Sirens have been the more nuisance for me compared to the others. They've destroyed so many runs of mine in an instant the moment they block my path. And so, by the time I realize that they're in front of me, then it's already done. Yeah, so basically, it's just a lot of training most of the time than anything else. The other thing the reason why my skill is coming back up a lot is if you hit any critical spots, it's a skill, and anytime you destroy a critical spot off of a Zed, it will increase your cooldown. So basically you will get faster cooldown every time you hit a crit spot, which is the red hit marker. So that's pretty handy with bio damage, because, or I think in explosives in general, because explosive and Soundwave, I believe, are the ones that do damage critical spots. So having that is pretty much handy, because once you hit the crit spot, you get faster, you get your ability back faster. Finding a place to train and figure out where you want to figure out what is more effective in terms of weapons and all that, because again, you're not limited to just your commando weapons. The skills that they have, unless they specify perk weapons, then you can just use any weapon freely. I just finished not Convoy, I'm on Convoy. I just finished Offices, and I found the more effective ways, as long as you're not like mantling over something, it's pretty much good to go. Like for this one, I just kind of did it on a whim. I don't know if it's as effective as it is, but it's doing its thing though. I will also like to mention that when it comes to the swapping weapon, the swap reload skill, the main issue that comes from it is that during Z time, it counts actual real time. So if you're in Z time, it does not reload your gun. That's what I discovered as well. It's not as bad, to be honest. I mean, it's a better it's an alternative that you can use in terms of just if you just don't want to use the railgun. Honestly, I'm loving the grenade launcher since it I completely forgot that I made this build from the get-go, but then I didn't use it as much because I completely forgot that I had free will of using any gun. It's like it works for the swap reload works for any gun, to be honest. Like as long as you have something that isn't in your hand, then it's pretty much good for the swap reload. Like knife, I think syringe too. I think I've seen the syringe do it once. Oh yeah, I forgot she can push you too with that scream. Yeah, she has a lot of new tricks and I am not a fan of any of them. So she's primarily the one that I always try to aim for or try to avoid the most out of the horde. That's a Scrake that spawned. I'm not too worried about the Scrake, but at the same time, once he grabs you and you're in the middle of it, then that's pretty much it. But I would say I think something that does good crowd control is probably a good thing to have in general. I wouldn't want to say like, oh, this is like the best build, best gun in the game or something. It's primarily just depends on the perk because I haven't really explored too much of the other perks as I want to. I am working on the sharpshooter. Like enjoyability, I feel like the Commando feels more well-rounded compared to the other perks. There's another perk I don't think I use. It's like something like Scavenger or Vulture, something like that. But basically, it allows you to get free grenades. I don't know if you see it there, the 5 at the bottom. So that 5 at the bottom is basically you doing critical hit, hitting critical spots, and it gives you a free grenade. I'm just hoping the boss is the Impaler because I have not seen the Impaler at all. So just combining everything with just the acid, the bio damage, it pretty much the enfibling dot damage as well. So I mean it's pretty useful as it is. It's a good combination for the Commando because if having that extra damage helps a lot. So there should be one more armor crate, but I'm always up against Queen Crawler. I hate it. I didn't realize this, but I feel like now that they adjusted the Queen Crawler from the beta, her little sacks that she shoots out in the first phase isn't as like bullet spongy as it is, because I remember it took like a while just to destroy one. But I'm glad that this is fairly more open than offices, but running offices was kind of interesting though. I might do a Hell on Earth video on that as well. But as I played KF3, the more it got smoother, but I'm still not gonna be touching R&D station or R&D labs. Oh, forget that. Okay. Ooh. Yep. That's the one thing you don't want to get touched by. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Weird. Interesting. Alright. Was not expecting to see that. Okay.
This area
It's just a straight race.
with some ambient lighting.
I don't want that in the way. So now we are in her Meyer stage, and she just... I did not see her move that fast. What? So now she's not gonna be dropping these slows anymore, but she's gonna be dashing a lot. So, oh, this is bad. Okay. Okay, I could pick some things up here. That hit me? Her pattern's weird until, like, she doesn't do that. Oh, yeah, this isn't as optimal. I have to climb up. Yeah, no. That's a big no for me.
Impressive.
Oh, does she have like a weird invincibility frame? I think she does. When she gets out. Oh, she's jumping now. Fun. Oh, she duped me. I think I might be able to kill her this time around. As long as she doesn't go under. She went under. Okay. Okay, she's gonna keep going under.
Just gotta reload here. Rise and shine, mate. You've gotta get going.
Okay, that was kind of risky, but
That,
reached level
ladies and
30.
gentlemen, is how it's done.
and we finished it on Hell on Earth. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad. Hell on Earth isn't. It feels more like KF2 Hell on Earth more than anything else. So I'm not really too keen on playing Hell on Earth as much, but I'm just doing it just to complete some of the challenges as well to get the complete survive this on Hell on Earth and all that for the Commando. So